Money. It's the problem of a lot of things, and at the same time it is a solution to many problems. When you enter the world of money and start playing the game, you find that everything is contradictory. It's a world where many with limited intelligence have a lot of money while many brilliant minds suffer in silence. We often hear that only 1% sit on the throne of the world's richest while the remaining 99% are either poor or middle income. But do you really think that these 1% are the smart ones and the 99% are all foolish? Do you truly believe that intelligence is what earned them all this wealth? I don't think so. It's impossible to imagine a story about a janitor designing a skyscraper better than trained high-level architects, or a story about a gatekeeper outperforming the best physicists. However, you will hear similar stories in the world of money, where many with limited intelligence outperform people with high-level education. How can an uneducated person outperform someone with a high-level university education? We all think that some people behave crazily with money, but in fact, no one is truly crazy. Here's the whole thing. Generations of people are diverse, raised by different parents with diverse backgrounds. They possess different values, live in different parts of the world, born into different economies, deal with diverse job markets, and have different incentives and degrees of luck. Each one of them learns lessons differently from the other, shaping their distinct perspective on how money works. Everyone has their unique experiences in the world, and what one personally undergoes is more convincing than what he learns from another person. That's why each individual has their own perspective on how money works. What may seem crazy to you could be entirely logical for someone else. The person raised in a poor or middle-class environment contemplates risks in ways that a wealthy banker's child may not comprehend, even if he tries his best. The person who grew up in the era of high inflation experienced circumstances that a person who grew up with stable prices never knew, and the stockbroker who lost everything in the Great Depression experienced a situation that can't be understood by someone who lived in the glory of the 90s. Therefore, the list of experiences is endless. These experiences control our living conditions, and this is not because one of us is smarter or has more information than the other, but because we live different and equally convincing lives for us. Perhaps your personal experiences with money represent 0.0000001% of what happened in the world, yet they can shape 80% of how you believe the world works, which is why we differ in the way we invest or spend money. Data tables, for example, can illustrate what happened during the Great Depression, but they will not give us the feeling of someone who lost everything on his way home to meet his children. These painful consequences automatically change human behavior. A study conducted by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that personal experiences influence our investment decisions. So intelligence or educational level is not directly related to wealth. Rather, your place of birth and the time period in which you grew up play a significant role in shaping your financial relationship. For example, if you were born in 1979, you would find that during your 20s, the S&P 500 index has increased approximately 10 times. But if you were born in 1950, the market remained stagnant during your 20s. This means that the age difference is the key distinction in economic perspectives. Each person will have a different view on how the stock market operates based on their own experiences, so we should not expect to hear similar financial information from them. Each person has their perspective built on their unique journey. What one group considers crazy may be entirely logical to another. Luck also plays a big role in our financial condition. Let me show you how. In 1968, Lakeside High School in the Washington area was able to provide a computer. According to United Nations statistics in 1968, there were approximately 303 million people of secondary school age in the world. About 17 million of them lived in America, with around 270,000 residing in Washington state, and more than 100,000 were in the Seattle area, and around 303 schools were located in Lakewood. We started with 303 million and ended with only 300. Bill Gates happened to be one of those 300. Imagine if Bill Gates' mother had enrolled him in another high school. Would Bill Gates have achieved what he achieved? We believe Mark Zuckerberg is brilliant for rejecting Yahoo's 2006 offer of $1 billion to buy his company, but he stuck to his company and did not sell it. People praise Mark but strongly criticize Yahoo for refusing Microsoft's acquisition offer, many saying those idiots should have taken the money instead of holding on to the company. Both companies took risks for their futures. The first succeeded and the second failed. This is why you must be careful when you assume that 100% of results are due to effort and good decisions. You must realize that success does not come only with hard work, and that poverty is not always due to laziness. Keep this in mind when judging people, including yourself. What is good is not as good as it seems, and so is what is bad.